People who work in the Loop are often looking for a quick and affordable lunch. That includes us here at CBS.
Some of our colleagues noticed there used to be lots of McDonald's locations nearby. Check out all those golden arches. But one by one, you can see most have disappeared. So we sent our Lauren Victory to find out why.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we use common sense, we know why.
These vacant storefronts sit just a block off Chicago's famous Michigan Avenue, a welcome greeting of graffiti. Are you getting tired of answering the question, how is the Loop doing?
No, not really, because every day there's something new and improved.
Like the restaurant where the Chicago Loop Alliance's Michael Edwards met us. More on Memento in a moment. First, an assessment of the Loop's health.
The first quarter of this year, 1 million people came down, $280 million in economic impact.
Downtown foot traffic on the weekends is even higher than before the pandemic. Consumers are coming, commercial tenants not as much. High rent doesn't help.
We tend to only bring in large retailers and national retailers, and many of them are downsizing.
One company that left a supersized hole downtown, McDonald's. There used to be one right here between Randolph and Washington. Interestingly, McDonald's global headquarters is only about a mile from the Loop. Why are they hightailing it from their hometown? Again, no explanation from corporate. An outside source told us crime and tensions with the unhoused were a factor for at least one of the closures. The Illinois Restaurant Association had another theory.
Maybe it's the mayor. Maybe it's the crime. But I have a feeling McDonald's can survive with the crime. But they can't survive with a bad mayor.
I know that since 2020, restaurants have seen an increase of 35% labor costs, 35% purchasing costs, and almost 20% in fixed cost.
Now add to the recipe consumers cutting back on fast food. You've noticed the vacancy signs around, but they don't scare you.
Sometimes, for sure, you see, you come this way and you're like, I mean, maybe I'm the craziest.
And yet, Christopher Roldan is betting big on the Loop. Right next to the train, he just opened Memento. It's a fast casual taqueria on one side, sit-down restaurant on the other.
Cheap prices. 14, $2.49.
Why wouldn't I speak to Black Chicago? Why wouldn't I? Black Chicago and black people in America have borne the brunt of the type of policies and the maneuvering and the humiliating tactics that are coming from the federal government right now. It's not a secret. Who is going to be mad at the fact that we have to prioritize spaces in the city that have been harmed the most?
I'm not saying you're prioritizing the wrong thing. I'm just saying maybe the thing that you're prioritizing might be pushing people back because maybe you're not helping to lower those food prices, but you can't complain later that, hey, they're leaving because they're racist. Because maybe your action is also reflecting the same thing. Nothing to see here, ladies and gentlemen. Just a 47-year-old man that seems to be like the big important person for France getting pushed in their face, maybe by his wife. But hey, nobody wants to talk about it. But if Trump got pushed in his face, remember to subscribe.
Let me tell you something. When they gave away the $50,000 that your family was handing out to the businesses to help them, you know how many people were up there that wasn't even from this area? There was 72 people up there trying to take that money from all the businesses. We didn't get a dime. None of us got a damn dime of that money to help us. Did you know that? Oh my God. Y'all didn't even know that. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
They wouldn't know that. They wouldn't know that.
We know that because I was there when it happened. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I was in the room when they all showed up, all these white folks that we've never even seen over here, asking for the money that your family was putting down for these businesses. They took that money from us. We never got a dime. We never got help.
Yeah, the money was supposed to be spent on black people, right? But for some odd reason, the money disappeared. You can say the white people took all the money, might be true. But I find it also weird that if you're the aunt of George Floyd, how is it that they can use your name, do stuff for your people, but here have no idea what the heck is going on? Maybe she's so good-fated in the people. But I'm gonna be honest, these days I ain't good-fated with nobody. All I have to say is this. If you're fighting for a cause and you destroy so many buildings to prove that you care about a neighborhood by destroying stuff, I'm not surprised people were like, what? We're going to help people of this skin color in this neighborhood where they burn everything down, even their own people? And I had to Google it and check it. George Floyd did die in Minneapolis. It makes sense. Why would you want to rebuild a city where a person passed away, where it's justified that you can burn stuff? I mean, maybe they help black people outside of that place, but you can see how counterproductive the whole movement is in the way of thinking. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just recognizing a pattern that might be possible. Let me know in the comment if you agree.
If we win the next election, we will scrap net zero, something that is costing the Exchequer an extraordinary £40 billion plus every year. There will be no more asylum hotels or houses of multiple occupancy. People who come here illegally across the channel or on the back of lorries will not be allowed to stay. We will scrap the DEI agenda, which is costing the taxpayer up to £7 billion a year throughout the public sector.
If it's true, I wish them good luck. But then again, when conservatives win, sometimes they say they're going to release the epi list, and it takes a while to happen. So until I see it, I'll believe it.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't even let him give me a Heimlich maneuver. Yeah. That's how little I feel about people. I don't know.
Well, and a MAGA supporter is like
calling you
right now. I got it.
Somebody's...
I fixed it.
Tell that MAGA man, leave you alone. I'm not sleeping with you anymore.
Why would you say that? I don't want to sleep with you. Why would you say that? You really think conservatives want to sleep with you? You really want to open that door so people can make jokes? Well, actually, I can't even do that. Because if I do that, the same thing to a protective class gender...
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
I'm an Episcopal priest. Of course we'll do your gay wedding.
I'm an Episcopal priest. Of course women can be priests.
I'm an Episcopal priest. Of course I offer free walk-in therapy all day.
We're Episcopal priests. Of course we know your pronouns.
So this style of churches, their attendance is down by 43%. And I mentioned a few points, but one caught my attention. Most people are old because they're not attracting kids. And I believe also they are not making a lot of kids.
He meets his attorney in the hallway and walks towards Circuit Court Judge Hannah Dugan's courtroom. Along the way, he passes plainclothes federal agents who are sitting on a bench. They are there to detain him. After Flores Ruiz walks by, the agents turn to each other and appear to confirm his identity amongst themselves. But a few moments later, Judge Dugan and another judge approach the agents sitting on the bench. A criminal complaint against Dugan later said she was alerted to their presence by a court official. That complaint says during this interaction, Dugan and the agents disagreed over the type of warrant they had to arrest Flores Ruiz. According to the complaint, Dugan ordered the agents to go to the chief judge's office. Video shows her pointing them through a double door. She then turns back to speak with other agents further down the hall and orders them through the doors as well. Shortly after that, with the agents gone from the hallway, Eduardo Flores Ruiz and his attorney exit into the hallway through a different door. As they walk down the hall toward the elevators, they pass another plainclothes federal agent. Neither they nor Judge Dugan seem to have noticed at the time. That agent motions to another to follow Flores Ruiz. Security video shows Flores Ruiz exiting through a basement exit. Upstairs on the 6th floor, the other agents have left the chief judge's office and worked their way downstairs. Flores Ruiz left the building onto 9th Street. Videos of the street shows the agents catching up to him. Flores Ruiz runs across 10th Street while trying to get away, but the agents catch him and arrest him.
And somebody wrote, Your Honor, let me introduce you to Exhibit A, guilty. How long should her prison sentence be? I'm not surprised. In all honesty, I couldn't actually believe that this lady was a hero. The only issue I have that if the person was white and from another country, I don't think she would have helped them as much.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
The DC Jewish Museum attacker is a far-left activist in Chicago who belongs to the Party of Socialism and Liberation. Okay, Elias Rodriguez from the Party of Socialism and Liberation argued that the deletion of Laquan McDonald and the Chicago bid for an Amazon headquarters are not two separate issues, but rather they are both connected. You can see him doing his thing, and this person supposedly, he actually deleted two people. And I would say read this comment section.
After the shooting, the suspect then entered the museum and was detained by event security. Once in handcuffs, the suspect identified where he discarded the weapon, and that weapon has been recovered, and he implied that he committed the offense. The suspect chanted, "Free, free Palestine," while in custody. The suspect has been tentatively identified as 30-year-old Elias Rodriguez of Chicago, Illinois. We believe the shooting was committed by a single suspect who is now in custody. Prior to the shooting, the suspect was observed pacing back and forth outside of the museum. He approached a group of 4 people, produced a handgun, and opened fire, striking both of our decedents.
Word is that it's not just people on the left, it's Americans in general who are tired of the Israel bullshit.
Congresswoman Omar,
anybody safe?
Can I get your reaction to the shooting that happened in D.C. last night?
I'm gonna go for now.
So let me get this straight. 2 Jewish individuals are murdered in cold blood in D.C. last night. And when asked about the shooting, she doesn't say, "So sorry for the families. My heartfelt wishes go out to the families." She doesn't say things like this should never be happening. She doesn't even condemn it. She just simply says, "I'm going to go for now." This is a simple thing to condemn. I did not think we would have to tell some of our Congress members or one of our members of Congress that, hey, you should be condemning people being murdered in the streets. It makes you ask yourself, what does she support? Condemning that is so easy. Or even just wishing these families well and offering them your condolences. So easy. But she chose not to do that. She said, "I'm going to go for now." Not to mention this guy was reportedly yelling "Free Palestine" as he did it. This is another thing about the left's rhetoric. The left continues to tell people that the right is the side of violence. The left is the side of Free Palestine. The left is the dominant force right now of anti-Semitism in this country. The political left. And individuals murdering Jewish Americans while yelling "Free Palestine," and she has nothing to say. Is that because she agrees with the person who committed these crimes? I mean, that seems like a logical explanation. Why else wouldn't you condemn this quickly and aggressively? Pretty wild to see this.
I mean, it was rather easy to condemn it, but then again, maybe you didn't want to condemn it because it might actually condemn the people that are voting for you. Maybe. I'm not sure, but let me know what you think.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk criollo colombici jam jam. Durloqueta verdeta welcome.